I'm setting the intention that this reading reaches who it's meant for and supports their highest and greatest good. Take only what resonates and leave the rest. This is a message for the Aries collective. Let's see. I see at the bottom of the deck here, there's this card that says strength and resilience. There may have been something that that happened that called for you to be strong and resilient. And in this card here, I'm noticing this volcano that's erupting in the background, which can represent an event that occurs that changes or affects everything in its path. So something may have happened that could have, come off as being like a challenge that caused you to be strong and resilient. But that whatever this event was that happened, it puts you in the flow. It puts you down another path that that was in the flow of what was destined for you. And then the next card, we've got this imagine and envision. And this sort of imagery gets repeated throughout this reading of someone who is creatively expressing themselves. So let's look at these cards here. So we've got this event that happens that changes everything in its path. And then we've got someone here who's going down a destined path. And she begins her journey. And we see the butterflies along this path. Something has been released, and then this new pathway is opening up that is destined. And along this destined pathway, there is a source of emotional fulfillment that is found. Because we've got this pathway, and look, this is where she ends up, where there's this just emotional fulfillment that is found along this pathway. And I feel like this emotional fulfillment is created or is connected to something creative. And we have here at the end of this pathway someone who is covered in paint, and they've got their cup here, so they're doing something that is emotionally fulfilling to them and focusing on creativity. And this could have been like a sudden change in direction, could be connected to career, but it is something that is very emotionally fulfilling. It's a wish fulfillment. It puts you in a state of calm and peace. And here we have a series of images of someone who is very grounded, someone who is abundant. We have someone who is connected to their intuition, but also grounded. We have someone who is connected to their creative ability, but also prosperous, someone who is wealthy, and someone who is following their dreams. And then at the bottom of the deck here, we have, this is someone who is investing into something. They're focused on one thing and they're putting their time and energy. And I just heard a click sound. I don't know if you picked that up, but there's something that you're putting your energy into and that you are investing into, and that is going to produce a lot of financial reward. At the bottom of the deck here, we have the wealth card. And then right here, we've got this card that says disappointment in some affair. So that is something that may have been cut out already. And then the bottom here, this is wild. It says new opportunities, possibilities, paths opening up. And then at the bottom here, we've got you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. And then let's just keep going. And then at the bottom here, it says March. So that's coming up next month. So this reading is currently in February, at the end of February. But this is, time is an illusion. So whenever this reading finds you, it may resonate. We just saw some hidden secrets that could harm you. Maybe there was a disappointment in something where there was like a secret that came out. Anyway, that may or may not be relevant. But the main point that I was trying to say is that this is a very wealthy, abundant direction that is being followed. That is a part of, your dreams. It's a wish fulfillment. It's connected to creativity. And it's where you're investing your time and energy. And did I show you the Aries is right here? We've got the Emperor, and then this is someone, hitting a target is what I feel with that. Is on target is what I would like to say with that. We've got this message sort of repeated in this deck I usually only take a couple cards from this deck, but I just felt like I should just keep going because it was just like a storyline that was coming out. So we've got this storyline of a feeling of lack, and then we've got this strength and resilience that results from that, and then we have a releasing of something from the past, walking away, and that walking away was led to like a feeling of a lack of emotional fulfillment, some sadness, loss, but from that comes an opportunity. And with this opportunity, suddenly there's like a strong investment that's going into this opportunity. And this investment leads to financial stability. This financial stability is like a big breakthrough that's going on that also connects to healing. This could be healing, and well, in many aspects it could be healing, but it says, I am inspired and positive about the future. I am ready for a breakthrough to success. And then we've got the Queen of Pentacles. I have everything I need to prosper. So that's the energy that's coming through. We have spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. I feel like there might be a connection between this event that occurred and how it was something that your soul decided to take on as a challenge to create strength, resilience, and spiritual development. Because I felt like there was a message that was connected to whatever this challenge was. It also, it not only did it create strength and resilience, it puts you on a destined path. And that destined path puts you into creativity, flow state. And when you're in that flow state, you're letting your inner light shine. And the more you let that inner light shine, the more you start to open up your intuition. The more you start to see some spiritual development, a higher understanding, higher awareness. So that might be coming through. We've got this Aries energy, position of authority. We have marriage, affairs with family, and then it says you feel something is lacking, perhaps love, money, or goals. And then we have success assured with good plans and hard work, a journey, either physical or mental. So I feel like this is all part of the journey. It's like every route, like every stop along the journey was all intentional for your growth, and it was all meant to be, sort of thing. And then we've got these 3 cards that came out. It says spiritual mentor, walk the path of wisdom and learning. So that's what I feel like. It was just like this path was just all intended for wisdom and learning. It says see the future and seize opportunities. Many opportunities I feel like are coming in, especially connected to following your dreams, creativity, and financial abundance, stability. And this is where that message came through. This says crystal messenger, enhance your intuition with gems and crystals. And then dancer of light, let your inner light shine. I don't necessarily think that the message is about crystals. However, take that if it resonates for you. But what I feel like the message here is, the more you let your inner light shine, the more your intuition will be enhanced. And you may experience that along your journey, that you start to have more psychic abilities, psychic clarity, more intuition, more feelings, more insight. So this is what I'm seeing for Aries. If any of this resonates, please leave me a comment with a thumbs up. This is a new channel, so your interaction with the channel, likes and subscribes, comments really help me out. So thank you, and I'll see you in the next reading.